handful of them today, Dave, for a great card, huh?
Oh, you're right, and we got a great card today. We're going to be looking at Gary Young in here in a single match. Later on, we'll be looking at Scott Steiner. Shaun Baxter will be here. They'll have a new partner, Ray Odyssey, we'll be looking at for the first time. Phil Hickerson will be here today, and get ready for a main event today.
Oh, what a main event,
folks.
huh?
We got Mike Davis and Tommy Lane back in, the Rock and Roll RPM. They will be going against the team of Jeff Jarrett and Jeff's partner, the Superstar Bill Dundee.
Superstar back with Jeff Jarrett and the RPMs, and what a main event it is, but that's not all of it, David. We got a great piece of videotape that we're going to be showing in just a moment. But before we do that, we're going to take time. Be back in just a moment. From a match that I'm telling you was a dynamite son of a gun. It was Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, going against Jeff Jarrett and Superstar Bill Dundee. Now, I want you to watch at the end of this because a very significant thing happens involving the stud stable. Take a look.
Now Fuller comes in as Jimmy Golden was holding, but Dundee moves out of the way, and look out, Dundee going to work. He is serious. Here comes Jarrett. We've got them all in the ring. Golden down from a big right hand of Jeff Jarrett. Look at Dundee go. Big drop kick on Jimmy Golden. Dundee got Fuller. Really scuffling. Here comes Lawler Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett. Jerry going after Sylvia with a belt. Chasing her out of here, and there they go. Back to the dressing room. Bill Dundee rolls Robert Fuller up. Bruno comes up, slams Dundee in the back with a kendo stick. Jeff Jarrett and Jimmy Golden fighting. There's a cover on Dundee. 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be a win. 15 minutes even. The winners will be the stud stable.
Now they're still at it. Dundee, Fuller, Jarrett got Golden in the corner. Out goes Dundee as they double team Jeff Jarrett. Here comes Jerry Jarrett over to help Dundee in the ring. Double clothesline, misses. Jeff Jarrett catches Jimmy Golden with a tremendous right hand.
Dundee grabbed the foot of Robert Fuller and decked him. Pulled it out from under to give Jeff a one-on-one situation with Jimmy Golden. Now Jeff, with the kendo stick, slams Golden. Dundee going for a figure 4 leg lock on Robert Fuller. The match is officially over with in 15 minutes. Jeff keeping Golden and Bruno out of there, while Dundee is punishing Robert Fuller. Jerry Jarrett comes in and gets the referee away. Jeff again nails Golden. Here comes Brickhouse. Here comes Gary Young.
Well, as you can imagine, they all hit the ring at that point in there, but I'll tell you, it was quite a sight to see the action that was going on. And coming out right now, the result of that action that took place. Here comes the Tennessee stud himself. Unfortunately, he's not walking too well at this moment.
I bet you're very proud of yourself being out here commentating the program today, aren't you? I bet you like to see me like this, don't you?
Now, I just saw what happened, Robert. There's nothing I can comment on.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. Any time that you go into a building and wrestle somebody and beat them like myself and Jimmy Golden did, and then they're lowlife and stinks to jump us from behind like they did and put me in that chair and hurt my leg. Shut up! Shut up! After the match is already over, get that smirk off your face.
Come on, Robert.
I'm going to tell you right here, you see what that is, son? That's a Tennessee ugly stick. I had a man up in the mountains of Tennessee carve that out for me because I want you to come out here, Bill Dundee, and bring that punk with you and see how well you can do with a stud. Sitting in a wheelchair or not, I'm the best man here, and I'm going to make you a promise right now, and then I'm going to stand behind it when it comes time to do it. That Jimmy Golden's going to have a new partner. That's right, old man Jarrett. You ain't the only one that's got the bucks around here, buddy. I got a few myself, and I'm willing to spend them. And the reason I'm going to spend them, Lance Russell, is I'm going to see Bill Dundee, you little twerp that you are, man, and that punk going in the ring with you are going to be taken care of. I'm going to save it just a little bit and let you know. But before this program's over, I'm going to bring you boys some bad news to go along with my bad news. And then we're going to make this thing even. We're going to make everything teeter out just right and level. Before it's over, mark my words, I'm going to be back out here with the best news, baby, I can bring to you. Get me out of here.
You don't want to tell us right now anything.
Go on, I'll tell you when you get ready. Shut up, buddy.
Well, Robert Fuller. Oh, look at that. Son of a gun. Robert's got himself all in a wheelchair, and Sylvia's rolling him around in there. Son of a gun, I just feel so bad about that. Dave, let's go to the ring.
All right, we've got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here. Out of parts unknown at 234 pounds, the Assassin, and going against him from Lexington, Kentucky at 230 pounds, Billy Travis. This match going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee's Frank Morrell.
Okay, Billy going out against the Assassin in the opening bout here, live on Championship Wrestling.
We are off and running with what should be a pretty good one. Got to give the edge to Billy Travis, as you do in many of the matches that you're going to see Billy in. The Assassin, don't know a lot about him. He has been here before a time or two. He's pulling hair right now. I know that much about him.
Know that much about him, huh? Look at Travis.
Boy, look at Billy go.
Takes it underneath, comes up on top with a top wrist lock in there, and once again, the Assassin goes to the hair, and the referee, Frank Morrell, starts the count. And as the Assassin was going to lay it on him, Travis got out of the way. Scoop in the air, and down he goes with a body slam.
Billy off the rope, drops down across the chest with the lower leg. The counts go on at 2, but a 2 count is all he gets. The Assassin back up on his feet. Oh, the Assassin with a couple of knee lifts to the midsection. Billy back into the turnbuckle, swept across the ring. Assassin got him with the upper arm coming out of there.
Solid, too.
Very solid. Billy down on the mat. Minute 15 gone in this one. Billy up in the air and body slam. The Assassin trying to take control. He drops down. He covers, count for 1, and that's all. Just barely got a 1 count before Billy kicked out of it. He comes up with an open hand. Scoops him up. Drops him down. Billy Travis climbing the rope. He springs off of there. Presses him down. Counts at 1, 2. This was over, yeah. The Assassin tried to kick out at the last second, but he did not make it. Referee Frank Morrell said the 3 count had fallen. A minute 51, and there's your winner, Billy Travis.
Yes, sir. And Billy, who had a bad moment or two as the Assassin turned it on him. Son of a gun, I'll tell you one thing. He turned it right back on him and popped him down in that corner and out of the way. You see that nice handstand he did over the top rope? And we're going to be, well, we're not now. Here comes the Superstar. Bill Dundee. Back again, Billy. Here's the man right here.
I know this is a little unannounced, and I'm not out here to brag or do nothing like that, because the Superstar wouldn't brag. He's just here to tell you the plain truth, folks. I told you, Fuller, and I told you, Golden, that Jeff Jarrett and the Superstar could beat you. And we did beat you. We had you pinned right there. Now, hurting your leg was after the fact. What I'm out here to talk about right now is that little creep that come in and hit me with a stick. Now, I was showing off in front of all them folks, doing what the superstar does best, taking names and kicking tail, and he come in and hit me on the back of the neck with a stick. Well, you took a little cream right off the top of the cake, brother, because I was back here to show off and do what I said I was going to do and beat them two lanky nothings, and you came in and hit me on the head, and I'm talking to you downtown, Bruno. And not only that, about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, you came out here and told Lance Russell that you was the only one around here with black hair. You was the only one around here with a pretty jumpsuit. Well, you may have been, Daddy, but he's back, Jack, and he's back to stay. And that's me, the superstar. So I'm challenging you, Daddy, right to put your name on a piece of paper to wrestle me on my knees, one hand behind my back, both hands behind my back, or blindfolded. I just want to beat you up, punk, so come on.
Downtown Bruno, if you're listening, you just heard the challenge from the little Aussie out here. He wants to beat
Lance, look at this. Yeah, that's right. And it's always been said, he said it, pound for pound, this is the baddest dude alive. Well, it's not in my time, it's my favor this time, because I'm usually the littlest guy in the ring. But downtown, I got you beat size-wise, brother. Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but neither was little David. You remember that story? So down, come on, brother. I would fight Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, and they're both bigger than me, so don't tell me it's the size that's scaring you, because every time I get in the ring, I got to look up at somebody. Until it's over, then I'm looking down. So come on, downtown, out here and sign your name. And if you win, downtown, if you win, I'll tell you what I'll do, Bruno. If you can beat me, I'll give you this suit, and you can write Superstar on the back of it. I'll throw the shades in, and I'll haul, wish I could say it on TV, right back out of town. But you ain't going to do it, punk. Come on.
One thing, I wouldn't hold my breath, Bill. I don't think downtown Bruno's going to accept. But I will say this for you. You got in there with Jeff Jarrett as a partner, and son of a gun, you worked just as hard with him as you did against him, I'll tell you.
Well, I have told you that for years. You can ask Jerry the King Lawler. I may walk up and punch you on the nose. I ain't going to do it from behind. I may not always agree with you, and when I disagree with you, I'll tell you to your face. True. Now, right now, I told Jeff Jarrett, I'm going to fight as hard with you. And we hurt that big lanky Fuller's leg, and I'm just going to tell you this. Bruno, I don't have all day. You're coming or ain't you? Because that's who I want.
I just don't think he's going to accept the challenge, Bill. I don't believe downtown Bruno is going to come out here and accept it.
To quote you, you little weasel, Mama said it'd be that way sometime. You're a coward, punk, and don't forget it.
Bill Dundee. Got to stand and challenge, Bruno, just in case you ever want to get in the ring with the superstar. We're going to take time out back in just a moment. Okay, I want to tell you right off the bat that, by golly, for the rest of the summer at least, that every Wednesday night in the air-conditioned Sports Center in Owensboro, Kentucky, that's where Championship Wrestling is going to be seen. That's every Wednesday night, coming up this Wednesday and every Wednesday in the air-conditioned Sports Center in Owensboro, Kentucky. Now, let me get down here just a little bit lower and see if I can get the Tennessee.
You wait a minute. Talking about getting a little bit lower to me, Lance Russell, I stand a lot taller than you do. And you might be nice to remind people of that. That's part of your job. The part of my job is the part I'm going to be doing in Owensboro, and I'm going to see it's done beautiful. You know, Jared, I know you said, hey, I'm outsmarting everybody. I'm paying all these big dollars to be able to get Fuller taken out of the play. Well, I'm out of the play, but it wasn't after we won the match. But I'm going to stay a little step further than that. I got a few dollars too, baby. I ain't been sitting back not saving my money, and I spend it well. Because I'm going to see Mongolian Stomper come in there, partners, with my cousin, my family, Jimmy Golden, in Owensboro. I'll be there with an ugly stick myself, and I'm going to promise you something, folks. You ain't gonna see no more wheelchairs till you see the wheelchair of Bill Dundee or you see that of Jeff Jarrett. And I'm gonna promise you, you're gonna be seeing it real soon. Get me out of here. Take this thing. Take me over here.
Well, Jimmy Golden will be there with a stomper.
I have never bought anybody that would stoop so low as far as to go and take a man's leg and wrap it around a corner post, put the figure 4 on him. When the bell is done rung, the referee's telling him to turn it loose and hang on to it till the man's crippled in a wheelchair like that. What kind of man, Bill Dundee, are you in the first place? You like that runt that you got with you as a partner. Me and the Mongolian Stomper is going to take you in Owensboro, boys, and we're going to clean house. We're going to make sure that we make up for it.
That's just Wednesday night, air-conditioned Sports Center. Championship Wrestling is coming.
In the ring for a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match for Memphis, Tennessee, 226 pounds on the right, Ken Raper. Going against him with downtown Bruno in his corner from Little Rock, Arkansas, now wrestling out of Little Rock, Arkansas, 245 pounds, gorgeous Gary Young. One-fall, 15-minute time limit. Frank Laurel, the referee. Well, downtown Bruno out here in his jumpsuit with his name stenciled across the front of it.
Very perceptive today.
Nice haircut, Bruno.
Hey. You like that, Lancer? This is a style haircut, Steve, because I am the true superstar of professional wrestling. You know, I've always had the stylish hair and the jumpsuits, and I've always had the dark black hair because I am the superstar. I've always been superstar downtown Bruno. That's the way it's always been, Lance Russell, because Mama says it be that way sometimes.
We've got a match in the ring, but normally I would want to hear your comments about that challenge from Bill Dundee, who was, I noticed you didn't attend it.
Bill Dundee doesn't deserve my attention because he's a little short punk from Australia. He don't deserve downtown Bruno even to mention his name. Look at that. Gary Young, once again, the winner.
Boy, he was coming off those ropes and went more than halfway across the ring in the air. When he landed on Ken Raper, it was all over. 50 seconds the time.
Well, here comes Robert Fuller out. Wait a minute. What now,
Since I got hurt earlier this week, we've seen a lot of long faces throughout this stable, and I want to cure a little bit of it right now if I can. If I get everybody's attention just a minute, guys, I bought everybody a little something, and I'll take real quick, not much your program here, to give them out. First of all, Gary, how do you like it, son? That's for you. Gorgeous Gary, the gorgeous one. But he don't even feel.
Very nice, Robert. Very
Is that
nice.
beautiful? That's a fine. Now listen, Bill. While I'm handing out the other presents, I want you to be looking at that, son. Check out what that is right there. That's going to make you feel pretty good. Roll the top of them on David's bar there, Lance. Man. I've been holding that for you ever since you won that title. I'm so proud of you, man. I don't know what to say. I got more goodies. You got my ever-loving Lord. I got more goodies. I love it. For the prettiest girl in the state of Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi, or any place else, my Georgia peach. I'm talking about Sylvia. That's for you right there. Show it to the people on TV. Give them a shot of that, baby. Is that something else or what? Bruno, get over here. Yeah, man. I got something for you, too. Oh, you didn't get something for me, did you? Yes, sir. Check it out, baby. Oh, man. Check it out. It's a Rolex. It's a Rolex. That's a Rolex. Check it out. That's a real thing. That's a Rolex. See, we ever see a Rolex? That's not a dime job. That's a real thing. That's a Rolex.
Very generous.
That ain't all of it. That ain't all of it, Buck. That ain't all of it. Open that up, but I got you some more. I'll tell you, you figured I was going to come out here and whine like a Jarrett. You can forget that, because I don't do no whining, Lance Russell. I lay it down, baby. The ugly stick. That's what I got for you, son. Talking about that Jarrett Dundee. Listen, I got you a month of Royal Crown with that, too, boy. How about that? It's a heck of a day, is it not? What a day of presents. You appreciate it? I appreciate it, man.
I don't believe it.
Pick it up there. Look, you drop it, man. Let me tell you something right now. Each week you done came out here and embarrassed me and degraded me. Every time I turn around, you coming out here getting your kicks off, bringing something out there like that. Ridiculous me. Let me tell you something right now. I have had it. And let me tell you something else too right now. I ain't gonna call you on the phone. I ain't writing you no telegram. I'm telling you to your face right now. You low-life stinkers, no good, no happening. Quit! Quit! You wake up there! Hey, boy! Get your butt over here! You get your butt over here! Robert, you're hurt now. You don't quit me! There's nobody quit the stable! I got that boy's contract! You're hurt! I got your contract! And I can bet you, brother, that I'm gonna be taking every dime you contract. I'm gonna tell you what to do with that contract. You saved that contract so when you ain't got no toilet tissue and you know what you can do with that contract. Come on, Robert, listen here to me. Come on, Robert, what you laying down? Come on, bro. I'm parked right now. Come on. Get it.
Oh, yeah, great, Robert. Take the stick and beat him up. It's already 3-on-1. Boy, you are a real sport, I'll tell you that. Will you call these guys off right now? You ought to have your leg hurt in there.
Take the orders, baby. I want to whip this boy.
Come on now, Jerry. Just put that...
Cody! Hold that shirt up. Cody, get over and get hold of that, baby.
Great. Come on, Jerry. Now, there's no excuse in this kind of thing. You guys settle your problems somewhere else, not here. All right. Let's take a break. Take a break. Just, let's get out of here. Okay, got 2 or 3 announcements I want to make. One, starting next Sunday, our championship wrestling will be seen on Sundays at 12:30, and every week at Sunday at 12:30 right here on Channel 7. So starting next week, be sure and remind everybody, Sunday 12:30 right here on Channel 7 for championship wrestling. Sunday, September the 18th, Fort Knox, Kentucky at 4:30 at Sadowski's Fieldhouse. Championship Wrestling is coming into Sadowski Fieldhouse. On Thursday, September the 15th, Hopkinsville, Kentucky at the Convention Center, Western Kentucky State Fairground. Thursday, September the 8th at Paoli, Indiana. That'll be at the Junior and Senior High School. Now, Wednesday night, Owensboro Air-Conditioned Sports Center. You've got a whale of a card with the big main event being Jeff Jarrett, Superstar Bill Dundee going against Jimmy Golden and the Mongolian Stomper. Also, gorgeous Gary Young. Yes, the match is made against Brickhouse Brown. Much, much more.
As the Blue Knight has stepped up on the ring apron, followed by Rough and Ready. Rough and Ready and the Blue Knight in a 6-man tag team match. Their opponents, here they come right here, Scott Steiner, followed by Shaun Baxter and a brand new wrestler in the territory, Ray Odyssey. Now, as far as total weights go, on the Rough and Ready side, 648. On the other side of the ring, 672. So a slight weight advantage for Ray Odyssey, Scott Steiner, and Shaun Baxter. Frank Morrell, the referee, waiting to kind of get things sorted out, so there's only one for each side. He says, we're ready, ring the bell, and here we go. It's Rough starting against Shaun Baxter. Rough and Ready and the Blue Knight out of parts unknown, wrestling under the mask. Shaun Baxter out of Pensacola, Florida. Fine young wrestler. Boy, we have seen him in here since, for the last few months. He was good when he came in here, and he has developed into an even better wrestler. Rough.
Boy, I tell you, Dave, when you think you've seen it all from Robert Fuller, man.
Isn't it the truth?
He just tops himself with ignorance. Can't believe it. Good double elbow at that time.
Scott Steiner, after the tag, came in, and he and Shaun Baxter put Rough down on the mat. Steiner out of Detroit. Rough fired into the rope. Scott Steiner uses the forearm as he comes off the rope to put him down on the mat. Scott Steiner. Great collegiate background in wrestling. University of Michigan.
First look at Ray Odyssey in there, Dave.
Ray Odyssey is out of Surf City, USA. Talked to him before the match. Well, he sits down on the left arm. And Rupp has had that kind of day. Rough one. Shaun Baxter back in now. Good drop kick. He timed it well as Rupp was coming off the rope. Here's Brickhouse.
I don't care what's going on. I don't care about that, man. You gonna listen to what I have to say right now. I got something on my mind. This has been boiling up for too long, and I'm sick and tired of it, and I need to be heard right now. I don't care, man.
It's your personal problem. We got a match and we got a show to do.
Yes, man, it's my personal problem. I'm not making an apology to nobody. You live by the sword, you die by it. I'm not out here headed no clientele, lads. I got something to say, and it needs to be heard right now. You can cut the tape if you want to, but I'm going to get it out.
Well, we're going to finish this match right in here, and you can just wait. We'll talk to you after
I can just do exactly what I want to do right now. And I want all the stud members out right now. I got something I got to do.
Well, you just have to take your problems up. Come on, Brickhouse.
You listen to what I got to say.
There's the match.
Get on here. Come on out here now.
Okay, the official winners, Dave.
It's going to be Scott Steiner, Ray Odyssey, and Shaun Baxter.
You don't care who the winner is right now.
Look, Brick.
The only thing I care
know you're
about...
upset, but give us a break, will you?
Upset ain't the word for it, man. Let me tell you something right now. Looking out for number one has always been a way of life for me, you understand? Son, let me tell you something, you long, lanky, not needed, beady-eyed, liver lip, buck teeth, no good sucker. I could have been the greatest thing you ever had. Because let me tell you something, I ain't never claimed to be the biggest nor the baddest. But where I come from, out of the Palm Place Projects in Miami, sucker, the big and the bad don't freak with me. And let me tell you something else. Gary Young, you of all people ought to know I can be just as low, I can be just as sadistic, and I can get downright nasty. You people know it too.
Well, when you hang out with guys like that...
Hey, I ain't making no apologies for nothing I did, Lance. Because if I had the chance, I'd do it all over again, but only a little better. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Gary Young, homeboy, you don't know what you done got yourself into. Sucker! I want you starting off. I want to beat the coat of white off your body. I want to be on you like white on rice. And everything that ain't nice. Like a collar on a dog. Like ham on a fat Tennessee hog. You going down, sucker, first. And then I'm going to get that overbearing, obnoxious, tacky Phil Hickerson and take back what is rightfully mine. And then, Jimmy Young, if you want some, I'll get you too. And last but not least, I'm telling you right now, you low-life, lethargic, decrepit, no good, under-the-house sleeping, flea-infested, mange-infested son of a dog. Robert Fuller, it's all with you now. You wanted some, now you got to come it. And get it, boy. But you got to bring some to get some, Lance Russell.
Brickhouse, we don't make matches here.
Hey,
you know that.
Something right now. If you don't make a match with it, I'll take it out in the alley where I'm used to doing it anyway. I'll get it when he's in the parking lot, going to the building.
Don't make matches.
You better do something quick, man, because I tell you right now, hey, you better do something.
Randy Hales out here.
The daddy was the last man to whoop me, and he told me it ain't hard to knock a good man down, but it's hard to keep him down. And I'm standing up right now, and I'm calling the stud stable out. You get me a match, Randy. You get me a match quick.
Lance, we can't have fights all over the studio. We will chat. I'll go back. We'll change the card. You want a match with Gary Young?
I want it so I can taste it. I'm going to put some...
We'll sign the match. We'll sign the match. You got it this week. I'll change the card right now. You got
something better, Gil, because if I don't get him in the ring, brother, I'll take it anywhere.
Okay, Brick, we understand.
It don't matter when you get that haircut.
Okay, right now we're going to take a look at a little video with the World Heavyweight Champion, Jerry the King Lawler.
Unmercifully on that eye. And the referee keeps checking it, but Lawler stops Fargo from giving the match. Boom! And Lawler puts inning down. He's a long way from through. This guy with this amazing ability to come back. The king, Jerry Lawler, shoots him on a catapult into the turnbuckle. Inning is down. The crowd wants Lawler to come over and cover up. He covers. 1, 2. He got him! A new world heavyweight champion, Jerry Lawler.
Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. Out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you try to give away as the sweat pulls out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening as you lie awake in bed, with the echoes from the amplifiers ringing in your head, you smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what you said. Ah, here I am, on the road again. There I am, up on the stage. Here I go, playing stars.
I told him the champion don't have to hurry, see. Not for a punk like this, not for anybody. Because the champion comes when the champion's ready, okay? Because Phil Hickerson's the champion, and he's part of the stud stable. And this guy here can go on home if he's tired of waiting. Here he is, I told you.
Okay, Davey, let's go with the introduction.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match. In the ring at 215 pounds from Kentucky, Tommy King. And climbing up on the ring apron right now, he does hold the CWA Heavyweight Championship. He's out of Jackson, Tennessee. 289 pounds, Phil Hickerson. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Frank Morrell, the referee.
Well time, and I think this one is a situation where Phil Hickerson is a vast favorite. Not just a heavy favorite, a vast favorite.
Okay. Whoa! We'll go at that. I know there's a little double meaning there, but we'll just let it go at that. Because this ain't a good day. We might just tie you up and whip you or something. You know what I'm talking about? Now this guy over here, what's his name? Tommy King or something?
That's his name.
Well, I reckon he's getting paid by some company or something. We're an advertiser on the site. You know what I'm talking about? Who does he think he is? The only advertisement we need in the stud stable is that belt right there. The CWA Heavyweight Champion. The #1 wrestler in the CWA. And you know, Jerry Lawler hasn't stepped in the ring with Phil Hickerson yet. Every time the AWA World Champion would come down to the CWA area, they'd always face the champion, and it was always Jerry Lawler. Well, now, Phil Hickerson's the CWA champion. Why is it that Jerry Lawler ain't defending that world title against him? I'm not denying nothing. Lawler is probably the greatest wrestler in the world today. He probably is. He is the king. I'll grant you that, Lancer, but I'm not saying anything. Phil Hickerson is a CWA champion, and maybe he might just have a good day because Phil Hickerson is a great wrestler. #1, baby. Look at that. He did the same thing to Lawler. Pull him up by the hair. Anytime he wants, brother. We could have 2 belts. One for Phil, and I can carry one of them around and show off a little bit. Of course, I show off nothing being downtown Bruno. That's something to say, brother, because it ain't nothing but a thing. Mama says it beats that way sometimes, Lancer.
Yeah, real nice. Nice haircut, Bruno.
Listen, I'm going to knock you out before this day's over. What's wrong with my haircut?
I got somebody who's looking for you, and that's Bill Dundee.
Bill Dundee, I hope he dies. Bill Dundee's a little short goof. He looks like he's been falling off a tree all year and landed on his feet. You know what I'm talking about? If he was any shorter, you could sell him for a Cabbage Patch Australian punk. You know what I mean? They got a movie out now, this Crocodile Dundee. He says it's his cousin or something. I've heard him run his mouth about that. Well, brother, Crocodile Dundee, he's just a movie actor. He could beat up that little goofy Australian Bill Dundee. You know what I'm talking about? I had a good friend of mine named George Barnes. He beat up Bill Dundee, and Bill Dundee cheated and sent him out of here. That was a long time ago. Well, see, I'm back, Bill.
I'm back, and I'm going to get revenge on you for that. I'm going to get revenge on you just for being Bill Dundee, because you are a punk. You see these teeth, Lance Russell, they're all messed up. You know who done it? Bill Dundee done it. He knocked my teeth like this, busted out all the nerves. Now I was like an old grandma, like these people from Tennessee. You know what I mean? Bill Dundee and me, there's a long way back between me and him. There's a history. But see, I'm going to remember everything he's done to me. He's stupid. He's addle-brained. He don't realize that downtown Bruno can do a lot more than just talk. You see what I did to them midgets. You see what I do to them women. Well, I do the same thing to Bill Dundee. He's like a midget woman.
Hey, come on. He's got him pinned 19 times up there and won't go ahead and take it.
Will not do it.
Well, Lance, okay, baby. Hear that, Lance? That's for me. I love it. I love it. I love Phil. I love him so much. The greatest wrestler in the world today, baby. CWA champion. All right, baby. Do it, Phil. Here we go. Good night, Irene. That's like Jackson, Tennessee, baby, up I-40.
Pop the DDT on him, and this is going to be the pin right here. 1, 2, 3. Yep.
That's going to be Bill Dundee pretty soon. Bill Dundee.
I hear it.
Number 1, baby.
It's absolutely totally one-sided match in there. He could have pinned him anywhere. I got a contract to be glad to have you signed, Bruno. If you have to get into it. Yeah,
You don't
what
want
was
to
the
face the
time?
real superstar.
The time on it was 3 minutes, 11 seconds, and it was all Hickerson. As you said, he could have beat him much earlier.
Could have almost been 11 seconds. Timeout, and we're going to be back in just one moment. Okay, you got the big news a little earlier. Starting next Wednesday night and every Wednesday, at least through the entire summertime, right there in the air-conditioned Sports Center, Owensboro, Kentucky. Championship Wrestling is going to be with you on a weekly basis. And, brother, what a card and a main event they've got for this coming Wednesday night. Jeff Jarrett, the superstar Bill Dundee, will be going against Jimmy Golden and the Mongolian Stomper.
That's right, Lance. And Bill, the last time we stepped in the ring against Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden, I guess you could say we were underdogs. But you know what happened, Robert Fuller, and I guarantee you know what happened. Well, this week it's not going to be no different story. Myself and Bill going in the ring against Mongolian Stomper. He brought in a new partner. I don't know much about him, but I've heard he's big and bad.
Oh, yeah.
With a partner like Bill, I guarantee you we can take him out.
We're going to try it. It's going to be in Owensboro, where the building's nice and cool and it's air-conditioned. And that's going to be when you're sitting up in the seats and in the bleachers. But in the middle of the ring, Fuller, it ain't going to get no different. It's going to be hot and it's going to be heavy. The only difference is this week, you're going to have that stupid little nurse or wherever it is push you down there. You're going to direct from ringside in that wheelchair. Wrong, brother. If she shoves you down near that ring, we're coming out. One of you is going to take the girl out, and I'm taking you. It doesn't matter which one gets there first. We're punching both your lights out, then we're rolling back in that ring. We're putting the figure 4 on you, Golden, because you got the same type legs, them long, lean ones, and we're going to break your leg, then the Mongolian Stomper. We're not selling you short, brother. You got a worldwide reputation. You're big and you're bad, and them size 14 boots have stomped a lot of people into the canvas. Well, in that nice air-conditioned building in Owensboro, brother, you're not stomping us, because we're taking you out, boy. Thank you.
Looking forward to that one. Plus the fact, let me tell you, it's been booked right there in Owensboro at the Sports Center. Gorgeous Gary Young and former stable member Brickhouse Brown will be settling a major league dispute that you saw just a little bit earlier in this program. Wednesday night, Owensboro Sports Center. Looking forward to it.
All right, about ready to go with an expiration of time match here.
Look at them coming in right here, son of a gun. It's been a while since we've seen them here on Championship Wrestling. Here's a team that's held a lot of titles around this country.
Here's a tag team, too, that has made a lot of noise already and will make more. You better believe it. This match to the expiration of time, introducing at a total of 454 pounds out of Atlanta, Georgia, the Rock and Roll RPMs, Mike Davis and Tommy Lane, and going against them at a total of 422 from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett, and from Australia, the superstar Bill Dundee. Expiration of time match. Frank Morrell says ring a bell.
Bell time! And we're off and running right now with Jeff Jarrett starting out against Mike Davis. Mike is the larger of the two. Tommy Lane trimmed down a little since the last time we saw him, Davey.
Yes, he has. He's lost just a little bit of weight. I think Mike put on a little bit. The total weight comes out just about the same as it was.
Yeah.
Both of them fine athletes. We have to give them that. They've done things from time to time that we have not cared for. A lot of them.
Yes.
They can wrestle, and they've been together a long time. I was just thinking before the match, who would be the favorites in this one if you had to handicap it? I'm not sure there would be favorites. I think maybe this one's even. You got Billy and Jeff, who are great wrestlers. They haven't been together as a tag team that much, and the RPMs have. They've been wrestling together for years. Bill Dundee doing a fine job on Tommy Lane right now. Makes the tag. Jeff Jarrett coming in.
Recognizing we've got 4 good athletes, in my own mind, I think I would have to establish the RPMs maybe with a little edge on it because of that very fact that they have been together. And Billy and Jeff have certainly not had that much experience together. Tommy Lane holds on and dumps Jeff Jarrett down, bounced his head off the mat down there, which is more hardwood rather than mat. It's a little deceiving when we say off the mat. Whoa! Mike Davis just found out how hard it was.
Indeed, he bounced off the mat real hard. Jeff Jarrett slams that head into the boot of Bill Dundee. Dundee caught him with a right fist just for good measure as he was coming through the rope. Got up behind him, dropped his feet out from under him. Davis, good move by Davis. You gotta give him credit. He immediately grabbed the ropes and pulled himself half under the ropes, knowing that the referee would make Dundee break the hold at that point.
Why, whatever the RPMs could pull on them right now, they've got a guy in there on the other side in Dundee who has already pulled it a long time ago. No question about that.
Some of it he invented, I think. Yeah. There's a move right there as he stomps Mike Davis's hand. That's an old trick, but Davis fell for it, and he went down to the mat with his hands with Dundee. Dundee pulled his hands away and stomped Davis. Tommy Lane in there now. Jeff Jarrett in after the tag. Jeff with a bar on the left arm. Tommy Lane, tried to take him down, but Jeff was hanging on. Yeah. Jeff ends up with the advantage on the move by Tommy Lane.
Tommy slung him over the hip, but Jeff just held on to it, and he took Tommy right back over again. Still comes up with the armbar on Tommy Lane of the Rock and Roll RPM. Lance Russell and Dave Brown bringing you the commentary action with the Rock and Roll RPM. Woo! Going against Bill Dundee and Jeff Jarrett. And Billy just missed Tommy Lane and smashed the mat with his fist.
Mistake for Bill as Tommy Lane was set and moved out of the way. Mike Davis wasting no time taking advantage of that. Here's Tommy Lane coming back in. He grabs Dundee. Got him by the hair, but he rammed his head into the turnbuckle. Frank Morrell trying to back him out of the corner. There's Mike Davis. Both feet stuck into the ring. Dundee's head rammed into it by Tommy Lane. Look out, everybody in the ring right now. Frank Morrell gets Tommy Lane back in his corner. Jeff Jarrett steps back outside. And it's Mike Davis and Dundee, not for long. Boy, the Rock and Roll RPMs, I remember from the last time that I saw them. Look at this, Dundee takes them both down. I was going to say the RPMs tag out very quickly. We've got everybody in there. Now, look out, Dundee and Tommy Lane down here on the floor. In the ring, it's Mike Davis and Jeff Jarrett. Look out, Bill behind. Downtown Bruno nails Bill Dundee from behind.
Tagged him with that stare. Now they're picking away on Dundee. Here comes Jeff Jarrett over. Slams Tommy Lane. And Dundee comes back up on his feet, chasing Downtown Bruno. And out of it they go. The RPM led by Downtown Bruno, Davey.
Well, I just heard from referee Frank Morrell. He came by and said he was just disqualifying the Rock and Roll RPMs for Bruno coming in and hitting Bill in the back of the head with that chair. So the winners are going to be Bill Dundee and Jeff Jarrett. 4:29 the time of the fall.
Boy, he tagged him too, slipped right up behind and bam, nailed him with that chair right in the head. Then he and Tommy Lane started stomping away down there on the floor on Dundee. But believe me, they have not heard all there is to that story.
You're right.
We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. All day we'd end up playing around with murder, explosion, everything else.
After Bruno came in with that chair, and then everybody was into it there, and finally Frank Morrell disqualified the RPMs for outside interference and said,
get them out of here.
Boy,
Yeah, that's for a fact. We'll talk about the whole recap and some of the things that happened, but you know one thing, I tell you, everybody around professional wrestling recognizes when they see a world-class athlete, and that's no pun intended. I'm talking about, I don't care whether you're rooting for his opponent or not, you recognize that Kerry Von Erich is some kind of athlete. Let's take a look at this video on him.
I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Knocking on the front bed, on the and I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Here I go
I'll tell you, this is some specimen, isn't he?
Boy, I tell you, some kind of athlete. No doubt about it.
265-pounder. Let's have a review of what happened today, David.
All right. Well, our opening match today, we had Billy Travis in here. Billy got himself a good win. Billy always comes ready to wrestle. Today was no exception. A little under 2 minutes, he won his match today. Or just Gary Young going against Ken Raper. Well, this one was all Gary Young. Ken just gave him a battle, but never was able to really get going as Gary Young won it. Gary came off the top rope more than halfway across the ring, and when he hit Ken, we both knew that I think that Ken wasn't going to get up until after the 3 count, so Gary Young gets the victory. Then it was a 6-man tag team match. Our first look at Ray Odyssey. Ray was teamed with Scott Steiner and Shaun Baxter. They made a very fine looking tag team, as a matter of fact, and did get a victory over Rough and Ready and the Blue Knight. Phil Hickerson going against Tommy King. Well, Hickerson apparently took a nasty pill before he came in here today, and he was not pleasant to be around the whole day. And when he got in the ring, he wasted no time. in defeating Tommy King. Well, I say he wasted no time. He did. He wasted a lot of time in defeating Tommy King. He could have beat him very quickly, but he refused to pin him. He picked him up.
Kept picking him up, picking him up, just would not go for the 1, 2, 3, and 1. He obviously had him beat.
Indeed, and he finally, after about 3 minutes of that, he did go for the pin. He was telling downtown Bruno, "This one's for you, Bruno," and all of that, and he finally got the win. Phil Hickerson the victory. Then Mike Davis and Tommy Lane back in here. We said during the match, don't necessarily like everything they do, but you got to respect them as fine wrestlers. Rock and Roll RPM's Tommy Lane and Mike Davis coming in to go against Bill Dundee and Jeff Jarrett, also mighty fine wrestlers. And Dundee and Jarrett end up getting the victory on it because downtown Bruno jumped Bill Dundee from behind. And when the chair hit, referee Frank Burrell said, "That's it. I'm going to disqualify the Rock and Roll RPMs for outside interference." So the victory goes to Bill Dundee and Jeff Jarrett. The time on that fall, 4 minutes, 29 seconds. And as you said, there's no way we're going to be able to get them back in here for a second fall.
No. And I also said that is not all of that story. And we'll be hearing the rest of that. We got to get out of here. Son of a Gun looking for you next week. And for Dave Brown, this is Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.